Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sarah Plays Karl Franz in the Old World campaign. Gotta remember to say that. So at the end of last one, I was at the end of my second turn, I guess, and I told you I was gonna advance the turn so you guys didn't have to sit there and watch for all 401 whatever factions. So I did get a pop-up about archers. So this is the legendary lore about archers, if anybody wants to read that. And then I also got this from the SFO Grimhammer mod, where they gave me options of what to do, and like one was control, one was, now I can't even remember, recruitment? No, not recruitment. I can't remember, but I chose growth, and so that's just one turn of like huge growth, I guess. And I think that's kind of where we're at. I am still recruiting this turn. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to sit through all 400 and whatever things again.
Yes.
Carrotburg. And yes, I know it's not Carrotburg, but I still call it Carrotburg because it's funny. Yeah, Boris wants a defensive and military alliance, defensive or military alliance, and I'm just not at the point where I want to put my fate in his hands as far as the declaring war and stuff goes. So, man, there's a lot more electors. And the Empire's pretty full still. So, I'm just gonna advance the turn. And again, I'm really sorry that it's gonna take a long time to go through. Totally just realized my income level, though. 2,300 per turn. So, that's new. I'm not used to that right off the bat. I probably should have put a building at South Bank. I can't remember if I had the option to build and then hit the turn button, or if that was part of the turn button. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of hiccups in this, and it's going to go real slow. I think I mentioned that last time. Now I'm trying to decide because Tomé is the capital building of this area, and Jamotheus is building up an army here. So I don't know if I want to go right after Tom A, or if I want to try to go after Castle Grauenburg or Bogenhafen. These names, I tell you. At least mine's nice. City North, East End, South Bank. And then you've got Schilderheim, Carrotburg. I'm not good with these. I'm assuming they're supposed to be like German words. I have German heritage, but I don't know the German language. So I do the best that I can. I don't mean to be offensive to anybody who is German. But feel free to give me the correct pronunciations if I'm doing it wrong. So we've got Valmir Schwarzhelm, Adalbert. I'm assuming the Germans pronounce the T, not like the French. I don't know. Von Bogenberg. And I can't see this one behind it. Pritzko something. Anyway, I feel like this one's going a little bit faster, but just the fact that there's 447 factions is blowing my mind. And I think there were 447 last time, although maybe there was 448. I expected that number to dwindle because I assumed that there would be smaller minor factions that would get wiped out, but that does not seem to be the case. So that's an interesting thing about this. I should have probably looked to see all of the changes that these mods brought. Maybe I still will, but for right now it's I'm just winging it, really. Now I'm nervous because if I go after Castle Grauenburg, I wonder if Jamotheus is going to try to go after South Bank. He probably won't right away because he doesn't have very much of an army. But I will likely have to... Oh, sweet. I will likely have to go after him. So, the Grey Order studies the lore of Shadow, province of the Wind of Ulgu. The Order symbol is the Sword of Judgment. The Grey Order is the most secretive of all the colleges of magic. Indeed, though its members refer to themselves as Grey Guardians, just who or what they might be guarding remains unknown to outsiders. The Great Order studies spells of concealment and illusion, which do not lend themselves well to the favor of ordinary folk. They're sometimes called trickster wizards, though never to their faces. More commonly, they are referred to as gray wizards, named after the color of their robes, hats, and wild wolfish beards. So is that a requirement? It's like you can't be a gray wizard unless you have a wild wolfish gray beard. I don't know. They're wanderers who are often employed to deliver vital messages across the empire. What makes this so mysterious is that they seem to cover the vast distances involved almost invisibly and at impossible speed. The Grey College is a worn and shabby building in Altdorf's poorest and most disreputable district. Even the city watch shuns this area, for it is a den of rogues, thieves, and murderers. Yet the Grey Wizards come and go, sometimes disappearing for years at a time by a multitude of secret entrances and magical tunnels known only to the Order's wizards. I apologize for reading all of that, but I love lore and I think it's fascinating, so I might do that more as long as it's not too long. So I've got nude. Please tell me it's nud and not nude, because I don't know that I can call my guy nude. Zeller, Grey Wizard. This porthole picture is interesting. He looks much more mysterious here. But I want to embed him in the army, but I think I want to move Franz a little bit first. So if I move to be over here, I'm going to lose my replenishment, aren't I? But I can camp. Ooh, what's this? Trenches. Oh, digging trenches helps in the defense of strategic positions. Ammunition, missile strength, missile resistance. That's kind of cool. And then the regular ones. I'm going to camp to get a little bit more replenishment. I can't move very much further, but nude. And I have a spot to put one more. Oh, it'd take 2 turns because of my foreign territory. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to worry about it. So we're just going to replenish and then maybe attack Castle Grauenburg next time. That garrison looks like they have either been attacked or maybe they're... Oh, maybe... I'm not sure. I really am not sure. Is there anybody else at war with the Empire Secessionists? Okay, so also Cluster Eye and Clan Septic. Not sure that I'm going to be diplomatizing with them at all. Alright. Nothing exciting on that front. And now I've got some cash, so I'm going to upgrade this. And then I'm probably going to end up... Oh yeah, this is Altdorf. End up putting a garrison in here. Now, it kind of is annoying that I start off with friendly people in Altdorf. So I think that the intention is that I confederate these guys. Yeah, confederate Altdorf to become one happy family, but I don't know. Okay, so we already have military access and non-aggression.
By Sigma's will, come in
I don't
peace.
have the option to confederate them, so I don't know. It's kind of annoying that I can't get my full province benefits, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm not sure. All right. Growth is stagnant. Not growth, but the Imperial Authority is stagnant. Electric counts. There's nothing really else that I can do. So here we're just going to sit through another long turn. Part of me almost wishes that I could see the lore during the turns, because then I could read them while we're waiting for all 446 factions to circle around. So one unlucky faction was destroyed. I almost kind of wish it would tell you, but then that defeats the point of you not knowing which factions are out there. And I think it does. It does tell you maybe if you know the faction exists, but I have no idea who any of these people are. There are so many new Empire factions alone that I can't keep them straight. But it looks like these are not Empire. These are greenskins, I would dare say. I do like... So there's... Alright. There's a fancy, like, griffin. I'm assuming that's a griffin symbol around Carrotburg and City North. I'm assuming that's because those are the Capitol buildings. But Tame does not have that. So does that mean these are special capitals? I almost feel like I remember in a patch they talked about this. I really should have paid more attention to the patch notes. I don't know if that was something with these mods or if that's something in the base game. But regardless, I'm gonna probably have to just confederate these people because I don't know if I'm just gonna go ham against friendly Empire folk. Over here, Altdorf, it feels like they're preparing for something. They're just, I don't know, they've just got a bunch of lords that they're setting up at the City North, which is kind of a good thing because it means Altdorf is more defensible, but what would really stink is if somebody came and took South Bank and I lost my stake in Altdorf. But that's down the road. Like I said, this is not intended to be a 75 turn campaign because, well, I mean, I probably could make it one just with the length of time it takes to get through the turns. It would end up being about the same length as a long campaign, even just keeping it at 75, but I don't have any objectives for this, so we're just gonna play until it doesn't become fun anymore. Or I get wiped out, which is possible. I mean, that hasn't happened to me yet, but it's always a possibility. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get some action up in here. So my Grey Wizard has access to...
I am Prince and Emperor.
Okay. Nothing right now. Oh, interesting. Cooldown to spells. Ooh, so there's more skills. Interesting. I do like Grey Wizards a lot. So Pit of Shades is a nice one, and Penumbral Pendulum is one of my favorites, so...
By the comet. I am Franz.
I am Franz. We are going off to Grauenburg. Now, should I fight it just to keep it interesting? I'm inclined to, even though this is decisive victory with low casualties. Part of me is inclined to fight it and just see how it goes. It's kind of a crowded map, but see, it's so hard to say with auto-resolve. Okay, I'm gonna change my mind. I will auto-resolve it just because it is decisive and low. So I apologize. I'm going to occupy it.
So.
All right, so Schilderheim. Ooh, we're gonna have to go after them next. Oh, and they've got... Oh no, Cluster Eye. No, Cluster Eye's got both of them. So, yeah, Cluster Eye is gonna probably be my next enemy. Which they might declare war on me before I even get the chance to declare war on them. Okay, so I have Pistoliers now. I might put a Pistolier in here. I've never been really good with Pistoliers, but I should probably try. Alright, let's do ammunition. Although, not war machines, ordnance canisters. I do have a mortar unit, so... Alright, I'm gonna have to try to figure out what I want my army to look like. This is another thing is, lately I have been going into the blue line. Hold the line is leadership and melee defense. It's not a bad option, but I have been trying to hustle through and get lightning strike with my lords lately. It's worked out pretty decently.
Approach as friend and make.
Approach as friend and enter. It's interesting that Marion Burke is the one that I could confederate right off the bat. That's not me. That's Wisenland and Denon. Okay. Oh, I forgot to check who this guy's name was. I'm really curious. I know I've got Adalbert von Bogenberg. I wonder if he's got any family at Bogenhofen. And then you've got Jamotheus. And Valmir Schwarzhelm, Leopold Volkmann. Not to be confused with Volkmar. Although that's his first name. Volkmar the Grim. Volkmar the Grim? I don't think he has a last name. I could be wrong. But they definitely feel like they've gotten more creative with the naming scheme. I don't know if that's something with this mod or not. Either of the mods. Alright, so I just saw some Skaven factions go by. But I'm in the dark for just about everybody else. It kind of amazes me that they can fit all of these factions in here. Like, I felt like the Immortal Empires map was crowded. It's really not much compared to this. This has got a lot going on. I don't even know the half of it either. Or I should say more than half of it. I do feel it's been a slow start. But now I have a full stack. They probably won't be all at full health. But I plan on going down to Bogenhofen. Maybe circling around to Tame. Although if it's closer to go to Tame from here, it's just going to be more of a challenge because it's likely going to be a siege battle. And Jamotheus has some units in his army now. And then there's the garrison, which when I looked may have also had a lord. And I think Jamotheus was just an empire captain. That's who the other guy was as well. And like I said, right now the plan is to wipe out the secessionists and then go after Cluster I to get those territories back for the Empire. Okay, so these names. Common will be returned to Middenland. I feel like I have to side with Boris. Boris and I are tight. Alright, Pistoliers. Young nobles who are not yet old or experienced enough to test their spurs in battle or join with the knightly orders. However, the clarion call to arms pounds strongly in the veins of these youths, and many cannot wait to march to war and prove themselves on the glorious field of combat. Alright, I don't think I'm going to read all of this because it is a longer one. It is kind of interesting because these units, like, if you read the flavor text in the lore, makes them out to be like these really great warriors, and then you see how I use them in battle, and it's like, oh, man. I'm not doing them justice. Flamboyant livery, plumed helmet, and brace of finely crafted pistols. Nice, I kind of like that. An unusual location. Oh, I forgot about this. This is exciting. Has been discovered. You have the option to remove it, though at a cost. Hopefully it's not a bad one. Oh, Grand Illuminator's residence. So 10% chance of per turn of increasing the fealty. Prestige gained. But chaos, undivided corruption plus 10. I don't love that. Because that corruption... Well, my control is decreasing. But that corruption's going to be great. Alright, so we've got Jamotheus. And... yeah, he does have kind of a beefy garrison. But I feel like I'm going to just go for it. This might not be wise.
No peace,
I will siege him.
Ulrich's will.
Alright, so I can throw the Trickster Shard on my guy.
Men, war calls.
And skills, I will go into spell because that's the best option so far. It is interesting that I still replenish even while sieging. Does not appear that they take attrition, so that might be a new thing.
Into battle.
Well, there's unfortunately nothing else that I can really do, so I can check my diplomacy. And we'll see this turn if he fights back, and then we might have a battle on our hands. Okay, so recruitment cost, local recruitment capacity. Grant the target lord. See, I think I need to build up my prestige because they do have those dilemmas on occasion that require you to pay prestige. So I don't want to be caught without some prestige at least. I also didn't look to see. So this is fealty. Okay, fealty. Oh shoot, Kemmler's gonna go to war with me, isn't he?
We will see.
Great. Fantastic. Just fantastic. I'm kind of busy, Kemmler. Now I'm going to have to deal with waves of vampire counts. So I'll have to check to see if they're taking attrition. Because otherwise, I really don't want to be sitting here sieging for 9 turns. But I also don't want to be forced into a siege battle situation. If it comes down to it, I may just have to fight the battle, for better or worse. It'll be a tough one, though. And it's one that I'm not confident I'd be able to win. And we've lost 6 factions so far. And now I'm really nervous about Kemmler because I noticed he has a whole line of factions right here. You can see all the red dots. Not factions, settlements. So he's been expanding a little bit. And I don't feel I have an army yet that is great to handle like multiples of his armies. Okay, so they are later in the turn than I thought, and they did not fight back, which is interesting. So I guess I won't be able to go after Cluster Eye as quickly as I had hoped. Although with the way that they're looking at me right now, it wouldn't surprise me if they all... So, okay. We made it past this turn without them declaring war, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's imminent. 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 So they have... Okay, so they are taking attrition. Oh, they are in trench status. You can switch statuses. That's very interesting. That is a very interesting. I wonder if I have the ability to start another army. I have the money for it. This may be one where I have to just have like smaller armies that are set up either to help with control or help with defense. I do kind of like that trench stance though. That is interesting. Kind of cool. All right, we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Down to 439. Okay. Okay, another one of these. So let's try to keep them the same. Oh, I forgot about this. Vampire corruption. Lovely. Lovely. All right, so they're taking attrition. I'm still replenishing, surprisingly. But I kind of... Taking Bogenhofen is not going to really help me all that much. Unless I... See, I would be giving him a chance to... Oh, Grand Master, that's new. I'd be giving him a chance to recruit more if I leave now, which is what I'm afraid of. Melee expert. Gigantic. Interesting. Campaign with range, enemy, battle, reinforcement time. Master Engineer. Arch Elector. Good General. These guys look cool. They're expensive, but they look cool. I kind of want one of these guys. Conrad. I want Conrad Uderiker.
This will bolster the nation. What does the Emperor do?
Oh, I can get the Regiment of Renown for the Reichsguard. Keep that in my back pocket. Oh my goodness, here. So I really want to build walls, but... So this smithy, I am assuming I need this in order to recruit something. So I think there's a building that requires the smithy. Oh, this one is for technology. So this provides great swords and handgunners. So the great swords come from here. Doesn't say anything about needing the smithy. Have artillery. Oh, unit experience and character experience. That's interesting. Wolfkin. Oh. Swords of Ulrich. Knights of the White Wolf. Juggernaut. What is that? High resistance to hit reactions as well as knockback resistance, allowing them to attack unimpeded. Ho! Ho ho! Oh, landship is tier 4 now? Dang. Oh my goodness, there's so much to choose from. I'm gonna have to go garrison though because I just have to do it. It's always been my go-to is garrison, so. Alright, so now our undivided corruption is going to cause some issues. Wow, level 6. He's higher than Franz is. That's crazy. Okay, Knights of the Blazing Sun. So he buffs cavalry or Knights of More. So Stoic. Bonus versus infantry. Charge bonus. Charge bonus for Knights of the Blazing Sun. It's for Knights of More. Empire Knights. Well, I'm not at that point yet, so I won't worry about it, but control actually would be helpful in this situation, so. Now we're down to -2, so we're got some time.
Who calls?
And Just gonna try to recruit some cheap units, I think. Cheap-ish. Actually, let's do 1 archer and 2 swords. All right.
Fights for up.
Pyrrhic victory, and I lose a swordsman. Well, I'm already at my time. Part of me is like, you should fight this. Part of me is like, this could be a disaster. But I might save it on this screen and make my decision. This guy's already at a higher level than me. I do have some cav units, but not much. I do have the Grey Wizard and the Foot Reichsguard. So I'm not sure, but I'll save it here and decide next time. I may just decide to auto-resolve it to move on faster, or I may decide to fight it and see how it goes, but I won't be able to do anything this turn. So again, I apologize for the long turns. It will get better as factions get wiped out, but just bear with me for now. This is brand new and it's kind of fun and exciting, so I'm trying to make sure that I check out all the different things that are available. So hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you come back and see me in the next one.